I can take the dick off the table based upon my standard. You aren't gonna get hold of this dick if you ain't being the woman I need you to be. You need to realize that you need to cook, clean. You gotta understand that you're not the only woman. And if you can accept that, that's fine. That's just the beginning, because you gotta work hard for me, because I work hard for me. So that means if you get with me, it's not gonna be easy street, because I need to be satisfied, because it ain't no happy wife, happy life bullshit. It's happy Steve, happy Steve.
Being strong with self, understanding who you are, that is the biggest defense to bitch ass weak men.
And there's no excuses for the men not to be strong. But see, there's so many forces, and then so many men are embracing weakness.
I can't stand weak men. Like I don't like to talk to them. It's hard for me to talk to these losers. I've always been a winner at the winner's table.
You know, I believe it's a sin to impregnate a woman who can't raise a child, you know, or impregnate a woman who's not fit to be a mother. And I think we have a responsibility in what we see today in these weak ass little feminine boys.
I can't tell another man what to do, but I can't dress feminine. I can't wear nail polish. It's just something that I can't do. Why? Because if I'm walking down the street and somebody's having trouble with a flat tire, I want them to feel that they can come to me and ask me, hey man, could you help me out with this? Because those are the type of things that a man will help out with. So I need to look like a man so they can know where to come for help.
Yeah, it is such a thing as toxic masculinity in the minds of bitch ass motherfuckers.
Talk about masculinity, assertiveness, authenticity, transparency. How can a guy who's straight up and honest with what he does be toxic?
If the media can train you to think something bad about it, you hear the word and you want to instantly have a certain reaction. You stop thinking, you start feeling. And when people learn to think and feel and not think through their feelings, that's when they can evaluate a person holistically. And they can say, is this toxic masculinity, or did I just hear something I didn't like? And why did I not like it? And only let me go within myself to see why.
I don't never look at no motherfucker and say, oh, that's a toxic masculine motherfucker. I never ever had, I didn't even know. That was an invented concept from a weak motherfucker that was like, I'm just tired of this motherfucker trying to tell me what to do and bully you over me with this bullshit.
What's going to make you successful is just understanding who you are and getting your mind right and being happy with who you are. That is the thing that's going to really make you successful. Because after you get all the toys, after you get all these things going on, you've had sex with all the women you want to have sex with, you traveled all the places, you're still going to be you, and you're going to always come back to you.
Why do I do this? Why are we even doing this documentary? I want guys to be in the best position possible. There's no way that I'm raising my voice or calling you a bitch ass nigga because I'm trying to hurt your feelings. I'm calling you a bitch ass nigga because you're doing bitch ass nigga shit. And if you continue doing bitch ass nigga shit, you're going to end up in bitch ass nigga situations. You get what I'm saying? So when I call you a bitch ass nigga, trust me, it's because I love you.
Game Kings 2, The Definition of Man, is out right now. Click the link below or go straight to masculineidentity.com to get your copy today. Still ain't getting women? Really? Come on, son. You need to go to badboymembership.com and step up your game. What's up, y'all? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game, and I'm telling you that if you really want to attract beautiful women, you need to go to badboymembership.com. This is where you get 45 through 90-minute step-by-step dating advice tutorials every month. Just sign up, follow the advice, and you'll get the woman you want. Go to badboymembership.com. That's badboymembership.com. It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game, and I want to tell you about my documentary, Game Kings, The Definition of Game, starring myself, the Boss Mac Top Soil, Rosebud, Ron Wills, Miles Cunningham, and much more. In this documentary, you're going to learn about confidence, manhood, attracting women, and the definition of the game. To get this documentary, go to MrLocario.com.
Some people think you need a sports car to get what you want. Some people think you need $1 million. Some people think you need looks, status. The only thing you need is what they can't get unless they come straight to you. And that's your identity. Join the Masculine Identity membership today. MasculineIdentityMembership.com. Masculine Identity Soap. This luxurious, quality, high lather, high moisturizing, all natural bar soap has been handcrafted with care and consistency to provide a quality cleansing experience for self-care, focus, and productivity. Specially formulated for cold showers. Stay clean, gentlemen. Masculine Identity Soap.
Click the links below to get private one-on-one coaching sessions with Mr. Locario or Miles Cunningham to step up your game. These coaching sessions are designed to help you with your specific needs in the dating game. So make sure you click the links below right now so that you can step up your game today. Oh yeah, we here. What's popping? What's going on? What's good? Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to everybody in the building. It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? So shout out to my lovely lady, April MC in the motherfucking building. Shout out to June Sports in the building. Monogamous Player in the building. What's going on? Duke Alex. Studio Her Music, No Data, John Franklin was popping. Who else we got up in here? Phoenix Smiles in the building. Who else we got up in here? Shout out to Steve O Baby in the motherfucking building. Shout out to Studio Her Music. Shout out to Mark Tavius. What's going on with your man? Who else we got up in here? Shout out to Enrique is in the building. Ludway is in the building. Aussie's in the building. Still the King in the building. Gabriel Williams in the building. Blastomatic. Ibram is here. TO2 Real. Beloved is up in the building, man. We got a lot of people up here. June Sports is in the building. Corey 2S. Joe Blast in the motherfucking building. Joe Blast is in the motherfucking building. Shout out to everybody, man. Listen, man, today's show is going to be so good because we're going to be talking about, 5 unrealistic ways guys try to get women and what actually works out here in the dating game. You feel what I'm saying? So we're gonna get into that. But before we get into that stuff, guys, make sure that you guys always take your ass to CunninghamElements.com. Hold on, let me get that shit cracking real quick. Let's put that up on the screen so you guys understand where you got to go when it comes to this game. You feel what I'm saying? So go to CunninghamElements.com to get the soap. You feel what I'm saying? Get the soap, get the shea butter, and also get the parfum. So make sure you guys do that. You feel what I'm saying? Make sure you go to CunninghamElements.com and also make sure you guys go to ShopLocario.com to get the online dating consultation. Make sure you guys get your online dating consultation with myself and April. If you are not on this online dating consultation, you are slipping and sliding because there are women online right now that you could be meeting, hooking up with, going on dates, and getting shit cracking with. So make sure you guys do that. Also, make sure you guys go to get the Master the Vetting Process program. Get that shit cracking. And the Master the Vetting Process program, right, guys, it has fucking 17 5-star ratings on it. 17 5-star ratings on this motherfucker. So make sure you guys go and get that cracking. You feel what I'm saying? Also, make sure that you guys go to badboymembership.com. If you are not on the Bad Boy membership, you are slipping, because on the Bad Boy membership right now, we have how to train yourself in 90 days to attract and maintain hot women. You feel what I'm saying? So make sure that you guys check that out. Get up on the membership right now so that you guys can get that shit going. You feel what I'm saying? Make sure you do that and get it going. And shout out to my dude, K Zaggin in the building. You feel what I'm saying? Shout out to K Zaggin in the building. You feel me? So he's being a passport bro out there hollering at them chicks. You feel me? But we got to show respect to K Zaggin in the motherfucking building. You feel what I'm saying? And guys, the call-in number is 844-672-7300. 844-672-7300 is the number. So make sure you guys call that up. If you want to call up to get your questions answered, make sure you hit the donate button before you do that. And if you have a question, put a Q in the chat and we will get to your questions. You feel what I'm saying? So make sure you do that. Now, let's get into this topic about 5 unrealistic ways guys try to get women and what actually works instead of these unrealistic ways. So I'm going to be breaking down, a lot of these, unrealistic things that guys are doing, because there's a lot of guys out there that are doing a bunch of unrealistic shit because they heard a bunch of stupid shit on the internet. And I'm trying to tell you guys that if you are out here listening to these fools who don't have game, right, you're going to be messing up out here in these streets and you're not actually going to get what you want. So this right here is very serious for you guys to understand. I'm going to be talking about these things, and I'm going to talk about these 5 things in no order of importance, but we're going to go, 1 through 5, and we're going to get that shit cracking. And again, if you guys have a question, put a Q in the chat. If you want to call up, 844-672-7300, 844-672-7300 is the number. All right. So let's jump into this. So the first unrealistic way that guys try to get with women is expecting to get choosing signals and or expecting a woman to approach you. All right, let's go into that. So you have guys out here expecting women to give them choosing signals or expecting women to approach them. Now, what I'm trying to tell you guys is that shit is unrealistic. Now, you're probably like, Locario, what are you talking about? What do you mean it's unrealistic to get choosing signals? I get choosing signals. Really? So how often do women give you choosing signals? I'll wait. Oh, Locario, what are you talking about? I got a woman approaching me. Really? How often does a woman approach you? I'll wait. See, what happens is that the internet has fooled you guys into thinking that you can just go out here and wait for choosing signals, that you can just go out here and wait for a woman to approach you. What I'm telling you guys is that shit is unrealistic. It's not fucking real. You understand what I'm saying? So first of all, most of the choosing signals that you guys think you're getting are not really choosing signals. You understand? It's not really choosing signals. So you might be out and you might catch eye contact with a girl for 1.5 seconds and you thought that was a choosing signal. You understand what I'm saying? You are out here, at a grocery store and a woman might ask you, hey, do you know what aisle the oranges is? And then you thinking, oh my God, this girl approached me. She's giving me choosing signals, right? What I'm telling you guys is that this shit is unrealistic. Because like I said, I would say 85% of the women who ever approached me or tried to get at me were women I was never attracted to physically or sexually. Exactly. That's another thing too. So a lot of times you'll get women who you're not attracted to at all physically or sexually. And those women might approach you. Those women might check you out and all this other stuff. So what happens is that when you're relying on choosing signals and you're relying on women to approach you in order for that to be how you attract or acquire women, you're a fucking idiot. You understand what I'm saying? You are stupid if you are trying to find this as a strategy for you to actually make shit happen with women. Why? Because even if you are getting choosing signals, they don't happen often enough for it to matter. So let's say, just for sake of argument, and I'm just being very generous here because most guys don't get choosing signals anyway, but I'm being very generous here. Let's say that you get one chick really giving you choosing signals. Like I'm talking about where, let's say a woman is checking you out. She can't keep her eyes off you. She's licking her lips and she's just giving you that energy. Let's say she's really, really giving you that sexual energy, that sexual look, right? Let's say that happens once every week, which it doesn't happen once every week for most guys, but I'm just being generous here. Let's say that happens once a week, right? That's still not enough. Why? Because what happens is the woman who's giving you the choosing signal, is she the woman that you're attracted to? Two, even though she's giving you the choosing signal, right? Are you the type of guy who's going to sit there and be too scared to also approach the woman? Three, if you do approach the woman, right? Who's to say that woman isn't giving you a choosing signal to basically play around with you or play games with you? Four, if you go and approach that woman who gives you the choosing signal and you talk to her and you interact with her, who's to say that she's going to actually follow your lead? You see what I'm saying? So if you are using choosing signals as the basis for your shit, or using a woman approaching you as the basis for your shit, you are sadly mistaken. And you know, it's funny, the internet has gotten you guys to believe that you can just go out here and wait for choosing signals. I'm not going to say any content creators' names, but I'm sure you guys have seen a lot of content creators over the few years that tell you, man, just get choosing signals, bro. Why are you even going up to these girls? Just wait for choosing signals, right? And so you guys believe them because that made you feel better about your situation. But when you walk outside in real life, what you realized was no women were giving you choosing signals. You understand? Or if you thought you got a choosing signal, you were still too pussy to approach. See, think about it this way. Most of the guys who adhere to the choosing signals things are the same guys who are also scared to approach women or who don't approach women at all. Right? Or it'd be the same guys who say, when I approach women, I get all these rejections, right? So now, if you get all of these rejections, follow what I'm saying here. If you get all these rejections, that means that most of the women are not interested, right? So now, since most of the women are not interested, then what happens is that if most of those women are not interested, then where are all these women giving you the choosing signals? Just think about that for a second. If most of the women that you approach or talk to are not interested, how then are you, on the flip side, you're getting all of these choosing signals? The math ain't mathin', right? So what that means is that because most of the women aren't interested, if you were getting choosing signals, that means that choosing signals would be in a smaller abundance. You understand what I'm saying? Shout out to Kizaki. Said if you were to look at the origin of that type of advice, waiting for choosing signals, that comes from insecure guys who don't like how rejection feels. It's really just a coping mechanism for losers. Exactly. Because, like I said, if you get choosing signals a lot, that would mean that a lot of women are attracted to you in that way. And if a lot of women are attracted to you in that way, then it wouldn't be an issue for you to actually go and approach them in the first place, right? But see, what happens is the reality is you go out and approach women a lot, you get a lot of rejections, and you don't want to feel the rejection. So you say, I'm going to wait just for choosing signals. But if that's the case, even if women were to give you choosing signals, it'll be in a less abundance, because if it was in more abundance, that means that you would also get more abundance when you approach women by just walking up to them. So you can't have it both ways. You can't have it where all of these women are, rejecting you, But then all of a sudden you got a lot of women giving you choosing signals. If all these women are rejecting you, that means you get less choosing signals. And if you get less choosing signals, that means waiting on the choosing signals is going to only occur or happen at certain points. And then if it occur or it happens in those little bit of increments, then what happens is that means that is less opportunity for you to make something happen. Because remember, you guys think choosing signals are guarantees. Choosing signals are not guarantees. You still got to talk to the girl. The girl still has to show that she's actually interested in you. She actually has to follow your lead. See, a lot of you guys get confused because y'all are, following content creators like, what's the guy? The fucking 6'8" guy, right? And you watch videos of this dude out there and you're like, oh my God, look at these girls approaching this guy, right? So you're saying, damn, I want that to happen. But the problem is one, a lot of those videos are staged. But two, even if it's a situation that's not staged, what happens is the girl still has to follow his lead anyway, right? And now we've been talking just about choosing things. We didn't even really go into a woman approaching you, right? So some of you guys in your entire life, you will never get a woman who's going to approach you. Never. Never. And that's actually not a bad thing, because you got to understand something, right? Sometimes, and follow what I'm about to say, sometimes when a woman approaches you, right? The reason why she's approaching you is because she sees you as approachable. Now, what you have to understand is that being seen as approachable as a man is not a good thing. So if a woman approaches you, that means she sees you as approachable. And if she sees you as approachable, that is not a good thing. Why, Mr. Locario? Because if a woman sees you as approachable, right, that means that she sees you as, you're not really threatening. You're not a dominant male. You're not anyone I got to look out for. You're kind of soft. You're kind of cuddly. You're a kitty cat, right? Look at you. Oh, look at this little man right here I'm approaching. Look at him, right? See, women should be scared to approach you. Women should be intimidated to approach you. See, if you're a lion and not a kitty cat, women aren't going to approach you. You understand what I'm saying? Because they're going to be too scared. See, most people will approach a freaking kitten. They're like, oh, look at the kitten. They pick up the kitten, pet it, probably take it home. But how many people you see approach a lion? Not many. So are you a lion or a kitty cat? You see what I'm saying? So y'all niggas want to get approached, but the women, they approach you because you're approachable like a kitty cat. You see what I'm saying? Don't think it's a good thing that women are approaching you. They're approaching you because you're approachable, and you're approachable because you look soft. You understand? See, what you got to understand is that when you're dealing with a woman, right? She is supposed to be following your lead. She's supposed to be swept up in what you're doing and how you're making things happen, right? She's supposed to be submitting to you. You understand? Beloved said, nah, Locario, I'm not agreeing at all. You see? I'm telling you, dudes be getting their feelings when I tell them the truth. Dudes be getting their feelings when I tell them the truth. See, let me explain something to y'all. So, I've had women approach me in my life, right? Now, what I've noticed when the women approach me, and it doesn't happen often, right? But I've had women approach me, right? And every time a woman approaches me, right? I go super, super straight into telling them what to do. You understand what I'm saying? Or telling them what's going to happen. And I do this immediately because I don't want them to have the idea that this is going to be something that they're leading, or this is going to be something that they, some other thing that they're thinking, but it's not that. You understand what I'm saying? So what happens is that when a woman approaches me, right, I go straight into it being extremely sexual. Because sometimes a woman will approach you, but she's approaching you with her idea and her agenda, meaning she's approaching you because in her mind, you look like her next boyfriend, or you look like the next guy who's going to pay her rent, right? So you have to immediately let her know what time it is and what you want and what you're trying to do. You understand? You said if chicks approach you too, that don't mean you soft. Correct? What? You gotta rewrite that, fam. But yeah, but we still on the first one. So the first unrealistic way guys try to get women is you guys out there trying to wait for choosing signals and also wait for women to approach you. You got to stop doing that. Now, this is what you should do. You guys have to actually go out there and take charge and approach. Right now, if a woman's giving you choosing signals, cool. Ain't nothing wrong with approaching her. You seeing that she giving you choosing signals. If a woman approach you, hey, it is what it is. Tell her what to do. Ain't nothing wrong with that. What happens is that you, as a man, need to go and approach the woman. You need to set the tone. You need to lead the situation. See, what you have to understand is that a woman giving you a choosing signal or a woman approaching you is always irrelevant. I'll say it again. A woman giving you a choosing signal or a woman approaching you is always irrelevant. Why? Because when she's dealing with a man, she has to follow his lead. So her approaching doesn't mean anything, because what's going to happen is that she has to choose again. So if a woman is across the room and she's giving me the choosing signal, right? Understand that she has to choose me again. So let's say she sees me from across the room. She's like, oh, that guy's cute. She's checking me out, right? So she's giving me the choosing signal. Then what's going to happen is that I go across the room, I tell her what I want, and then she has to choose again. So I say, hey, listen, we start talking, we start flirting. I say, let's go in the bathroom. And she's like, ew. Right? So she don't want to go in the bathroom with me. So her choosing me or giving me a choosing signal is irrelevant. You understand? Or let's say, the girl approaches me at the party. I start flirting with her and I say, hey, let's go in the back room and hook up. And she says no. She's like, you brother. So then what's the point of her approaching me? It's irrelevant. It's irrelevant. So this is what I'm trying to tell you guys, is that you guys are worried about the woman approaching you or giving you choosing signals. I'm telling you it's irrelevant, because you still have to give her instruction. You still have to see if she's actually down for what you want, because if you don't, then that means you are following her. So if a woman approaches you and says, hey, we should go out to dinner, and you're like, okay, you're following her. If the woman's giving you choosing signals, right? And then you approach her and she's like, oh, let's go out into the museum, but you ain't trying to go to the museum. You just want to fuck, but you go to the museum. Guess what? You're following her. It's really that simple. He said, anytime a woman approaches you, she always going to have an agenda. Dudes with no game assume that a woman's agenda is genuine attraction. That's a fucking fact. That is a fucking fact. See, guys assume that her, agenda is their agenda. Or they think that her agenda is attraction. No, she's choosing you based on what's in her mind. You understand what I'm saying? So that's number one. You guys have to actually go out there and approach. Like you have to. If you're not approaching, you're fucking up. You understand what I'm saying? You are fucking up. So that's number one. The first unrealistic way guys try to get women is they expect choosing signals and they expect women to approach them. Now let's move on to number two. Now the second unrealistic way guys try to get women is trying to get women by doing less. All right? So trying to get women by doing less. What does that mean? For example, you'll hear guys call up and they'll say, Locario, I'm having a hard time getting these women, right? And I say, cool, how many women you approached this week? Oh, like 3. You know what I'm saying? Really? So you want to get women, you want to make shit happen, but you only approach 3 women this week? Really? Oh, I bet you was waiting for choosing signals, wasn't you? You see what I'm saying? So what happens is that guys want the most shit for doing less work. This is why I tell y'all have to go out there and approach and talk and put in the fucking work. It's unrealistic to think that you're going to get multiple women or even a woman by you doing less or not putting in enough work. You understand? This is why I tell you guys talk to 25 women a day. Because let's say, just for example, you talk to 25 women every day this week, right? And let's say out of those 25 women, you exchange numbers with 1 woman a day. That's 7 women in 1 week that you exchange information with, right? So now you got 7 girls that you exchange numbers with. Out of those seven women, let's say 3 of them are going to flake or not respond to your texts or call. You're not going to see 3 of them off rip. So then the other 4 you set a date with, right? So now you go on a date with all 4 of them. And then 2 of them you're just not compatible with. The vibe wasn't there, right? So now you have 2 left that you went on a date with, right? And one of them, right? The vibe is cool, but she ain't really trying to do no sex shit with you. And then the other one wants to have sex with you. The vibe is good and you make it shit happen. Right? So now you had to talk to 25 women a day all week to narrow it down to 7 women that narrowed down to 4 women that narrowed down to 1 woman. That's how you're supposed to fucking do it. It is unrealistic for you to go out there and be like, oh, I talked to 3 or 4 women this week. How come I'm not getting no women? I want all the women. That's not how it works. And see, what you have to understand is the reason why it doesn't work that way is because there's all these variables that you're not taking into account, right? For example, you approach a girl or talk to a girl, she don't like you because she's a lesbian. You talk to this other girl, she don't want to fuck with you because she got a boyfriend. You talk to this other girl, she don't want to fuck with you because you're not her type. You talk to this other girl, she gives you your information, but now she's flaking because of whatever reason that she's not trying to make shit happen. Something happened in her family. She just changed her mind about you. Her ex-boyfriend came back in the picture, all of this shit. But you want to sit there and talk to 3 women a week and wonder why shit's not popping off for you? Interesting. You understand what I'm saying? So what I'm saying to you guys is you have to put in the motherfucking work. Period. You have to put in the work. If you're not putting in the work, you are not going to get the shit cracking like you need to get it cracking. It's really that simple. So that's number 2, is when you guys are trying to do less and get shit cracking, that's not going to work for you. It's not going to work for you. So now let's move on to number 3. Now this one is just stupid. This is just so stupid. Let's move on to number 3. So the third unrealistic way guys try to get women, right, is they try using money and status to be sexually appealing. The dumbest shit ever. Dudes out here trying to use money and status to be sexually appealing. What does that mean? So you'll hear a lot where guys assume, they're like, well, you got to get your money up. That's what women want, right? You got to get your status up. That's what women want, right? If I got money, then I get the bitches. If my status is on point, then I'm going to get the women, right? The problem with that is that what you guys don't understand is that you can use that to attract women, but they're not going to be attracted to you sexually. You understand what I'm saying? So your money or your status does not make you sexually appealing. I'm saying it again. Your money and your status does not make you sexually appealing. You understand? You're appealing when it comes to your money because she wants to use you for the money. Your status makes you appealing in certain ways because she may want to use you for that status or feel like she's going to be in a particular status being with you. But that does not make her sexually attractive, meaning that she doesn't want to fuck you. Doesn't mean she won't fuck you. I'm saying she doesn't want to fuck you. And my question to you would be, why would you want to fuck a woman who doesn't want to fuck you? And she's only there for your money or status. So it's unrealistic to think that your money or status is going to make you sexually appealing. It's unrealistic to think that just because you have money or status, that she want to fuck with you. All right, we got 570 on the building. What's going on?
Yes, sir. This is Charlie Kiefer. How you doing, Scrub? Thanks for taking my call.
Charlie in the building. Appreciate the donation, fam. Appreciate it. What's going on with you, man?
You know, worries. Not much. Excuse me for my cough. I just wanted to react to that first point you made about having, in regards to the video about the choosing signal shit.
Right.
Which I was thinking about recently, which is like, it's so dumb. First off, it's dangerous to be waiting for choosing signals, and you've covered that in other videos. But also the logic, when you break it down, it doesn't make any fucking sense, right? Because it's like, all outcomes exist for you in the universe, right? Mm-hmm. And all outcomes exist for everyone else in the universe, right? So if you know that the girl who you want out there, you want to be submissive, she exists, right?
Right.
And she also knows that the man out there that's for you is going to be dominant, right?
Mm-hmm.
If she wants that, right? So why would you ever wait for the woman to come up to you when you want her to be submissive and she wants you to be dominant? It doesn't make any fucking sense.
Exactly. That's a fact.
It's like she's never gonna come up to you. It's like, that's like you saying, I want you to ask me to be dominant for you. It's like, no, that's not how dominance works.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she's waiting for you to initiate, lead. You tell her to fucking submit in your way. Obviously, you're not like, like a fucking weirdo. I'm talking about having game here.
Mm-hmm.
But like, you lead every single step of the action, because if that's who you are and who you truly want is to be dominant and lead the whole thing, then that's the girl you're going to get, is a girl who's not going to come up to you ever, because she's looking for someone to be dominant. But anyway, I'm going in circles here, but you know what I mean? It's like, it doesn't make any fucking sense. That's why this whole, like, really what it is guys have no idea what the fuck they want. And that used to be me. So I'm whenever I call in, I know I'm speaking from, past experience or education that I learned over time. You know what I mean? But
no, that's a fact. That's a good point you make, because the thing is that, like you said, the guy wants a woman who's submissive. If he wants a woman who's submissive, how are you waiting for her to make the move so that you can make the move? Because essentially that makes you submissive to her.
Right, exactly.
The whole idea of a woman approaching you or the woman choosing you in those situations makes you submissive to her, because you're saying, I'm not going to move until she says it's okay for me to move. I'm not going to do anything until she approaches me. You feel what I'm saying?
Right, exactly. It's like, imagine if a girl came up to you and she's like, hey, could you tell me to get on my knees and suck your dick.
Right.
Could you please tell me that? Like, finally? Like, what?
That's what I'm saying. But, you know,
it's crazy.
But the problem is, guys, they, you know, because they are, well, one, they're insecure. And two, they have unrealistic expectations with dating, and they don't understand how this game works. They're going to always be sort of like, you know, championing that idea of women approaching or women giving them the signal, because now they're like, oh, well, women are telling us that they don't want us to approach. Now, check this out. Check this out. Guys are complaining that women are telling them not to approach, which means you're listening to women, which means you're being submissive to women. You're actually taking orders from the women. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So,
bro, that's fucking fast.
They don't understand. They don't realize they're being submissive to women by listening to women saying they don't want them to approach. You should be like, I don't give a fuck about what you're saying. I'm going to approach you and talk to you. You don't got to talk to me. You can walk away. We don't have to have a conversation, but I'm going to approach you because I'm a man, and that's what I do.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And honestly, real quick, because I just want to say this, because I'm going to add 100 after this, because I just recognized something that you just said there, which is, you know, something that I realized recently, you know, based off what you've been saying, you know, what I've been listening to and stuff like that, is that it makes no sense to listen to women. And it's no disrespect either. You know what I mean? It's just about finding compatibility. But the reason I realize people hate you so much, Locario, or hate on you, you know, like, I remember there was a debate you had a while, and I won't mention the guy's name, obviously, because I don't even feel like he should be mentioned. But, you know, he was talking about, like, you're a cuck, Locario, because you're in an open relationship and all this other stuff. And it's like, first off, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. But also, it's like, so what if I want to be a cuck? Now, that's not what I want to be. But who are you to fucking judge me?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. But also,
it's like, bro.
But also, too, you got to understand that most guys, you know, they have a fear of, you know, another man taking their women, which is why that whole conversation happens in the first place, because they're defined by the woman and they see their masculinity through the woman. So that's why. So for example, me being non-monogamous, they're not hating on me. They hate on themselves because of the fear they feel by watching somebody like me be so confident about who I am. You see what I'm saying? That's what you guys got to understand. So it's like they're hating because they fear that they could never be as confident as a person like me to actually be themselves. So it's not about what I'm doing. It's about they feel like I could never be confident to stand in who I am. And so they're always swayed by all these other fucking goofy things. You see what I'm saying?
Right, exactly. Because like, and this is what I realized. Because I remember I called in and I told you about how my dad said that shit to me about how he, you know, hates that I'm his son, that he's ashamed and all sort of shit. But I realized it's because he's trying to control me, but it's really because he hates himself. But the reason he feels some type of way, like if guys like me say they want to fuck women, or he'd probably feel some way if you said the same shit that I say, you know, obviously, because in his world, and this is basically most people on earth, they feel like they have to get a certain outcome because they have to have it happen to them to prove that they matter finally, when it's really just bullshit because you're already eternal, like I said last week. But the whole thing is that that's why they feel some type of way. It's because they're trying to control, and then without the control, they can't get what they want. But if they realize that all outcomes exist and they can get whatever they want, then nothing can actually validate them. And it's like, it's just the most roundabout fuck shit ever, because, you know, that's why people hate each other. It makes no fucking sense, because it's like, you can be a fucking simp, you can be a fucking player, you can be a fucking Mac, you can be a guy with game, you could be fucking, you know, whatever you want to be. But it's like, and this is the thing I also learned, is that part of being who you are and being in alignment with who you are is about always leading, especially for the man.
Right.
Because you can even be a simp and still lead, or a fucking cuck and still lead, you know? But actually, if the problem is, Locario, like, you know, 99% of people on earth don't want to be simps and all this other shit. But that's why people call in and hate on you is because they're projecting. Because really, if there was no problem with how everybody was aligned on this earth, then you guys wouldn't exist. You, Steve, K, Zag, you guys wouldn't exist because there would be no fucking problem because everyone would just be happy. But what do we get? We get men and women that aren't happy because they don't know who the fuck they are. They have no fucking identity, like Miles says. And that was that person. And I realize who the fuck I am now, and no one can fucking tell me different. And if anyone tells me different, I'm gonna say, why do you fucking hate yourself?
That's real shit. I'm telling you. See, that's the game right there, flowing. That's all that is. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. Once you understand who you are, right? None of this other shit matters or gets to you, because what happens is the reason why shit gets to you or shit feels a certain way or you're worried about what other people are saying or doing and all this other stuff is because a lot of people are in a constant loop of trying to be validated because they're still caught in the same thing. You understand that they're still caught in what society says and trying to fit in and be about what society is. You understand what I'm saying? And so the problem is this, is that in most situations, the reason why most people are unhappy is because they're plugged in to the conditioning and they continuously are trying to fit in to where they're plugged in, meaning that they're so plugged into what society is saying and what society is telling you to do and be. So what happens is that instead of focusing on who they are, they're trying to be what society is telling them to be, which means that they're constantly looking for validation, which means they're always going to be anxious. They're always going to feel bad about themselves. They're always going to be chasing something so that they can feel good about themselves. They're always going to be trying to impress people. They're always going to be trying to get more money so that they feel good about themselves, so they can feel better than other people. It's all of this stuff that they're doing, running around in a circle, because they can't actually stand in who they are and just be who they are and just live in that moment. That's why they can't do it. You know what I'm saying?
Right, exactly. And this is the last thing I'll say. Like, I realize why people hate you so much, Locario, is because you love yourself.
And there we go. There we go.
You know?
That's it right there. That's it right there. Because remember, most people, see, when you're aware, so for example, Charlie, you love yourself. So what's going to happen is this. If two people are observing you or interacting with you, one person is going to hate you because you love yourself and they hate themselves. So they're like, how the fuck do you love yourself? They're hating the fact that you can love yourself. Then you're going to have another person who sees you loving yourself and you're an example of what they can also be. So they're like, damn, well, I see Charlie loving himself. Why can't I love myself? I should love myself too. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And so what happens is that all of those situations are going to occur at the same time. But this is what you got to understand, is that their perception or how they view things or how they're looking at things is predicated on them. It's not about you. You are just what they're observing and aware of so that they can see themselves in the situation. That's it.
Right. Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. Yeah, for sure. Well, anyway, I'm gonna leave it at that because I don't want to even show too much, but I'm gonna call in the future games. I got another bunch of game to add, but yeah, I'm gonna send that 100 over right now, and I really appreciate everything you do.
Appreciate it, man. Yes, sir. Appreciate you, Charlie.
All right, take
care. That's what I'm talking about. Charlie got that game heavy. So, in case, like I said, tricks actually don't consider themselves tricks. Simps don't consider themselves simps. They fall back on the societal conditioning as an excuse for being inept men devoid of masculinity. That's a fact. That's a fact. Because again, a lot of tricks, what they think is that being a man is giving money to women. A lot of simps think being a man, right, when it comes to relationship, is bending over backwards, doing what the woman says, making her happy, doing all the things she wants to do. You understand what I'm saying? They think that shit. So now we were at number 3, where I said using money and status to be sexually appealing is unrealistic. Because when you're fucking a chick, right? When you're fucking a chick, appreciate you, Charlie. That's what's up. When you're fucking a chick, she's not trying to fuck your money. When you're fucking a chick, she don't want to fuck your status. Like, that's not the thing that makes her pussy wet. Her pussy doesn't get wet over money. A woman's pussy doesn't get wet over your status. You understand what I'm saying? Those are things women can use you for. You understand? That's what you guys got to understand. Those are the things a woman can use you for. but that doesn't make you sexually appealing, right? So you have to understand the difference. This is why a lot of times guys will chase women and they're like, oh, I finally got her. She just gave in because you had money. So you was like, oh, let me take you here. Let me buy this. Let me do this. You understand what I'm saying? Shout out to my dude, Cambo in the building. Shout out to my dude right there. So now let's move on to number 4. Let's move on to number 4. Now this number 4 right here. Oh man, number 4 is crazy because, number 4 is very, very important. And this is why you guys need to go to badboymembership.com to get how to train yourself in 90 days to attract and maintain hot women. Because the 4th unrealistic way guys try to get women is number 4 is expecting to attract hot women when you are insecure. Say that again. Expecting to attract hot women when you're insecure. Understand, you cannot attract hot women if you are insecure. It's impossible. Because, see, in order for you to even deal with a hot woman, whatever hot woman is in your mind, because remember, it's all subjective, right? But any woman that you're dealing with that you think is hot, you can't make shit happen if you are insecure. And what I mean by that is that even if you're in a situation where, let's say you're on a date with a hot girl, let's say you even had sex with this hot chick, let's say you're in a relationship with this woman, it's going to be a struggle and you're eventually going to lose her sooner than later, right? She's going to go sooner than later. You got to understand this. Or you might not even get to the point of getting in a relationship or having sex with her because you're too fucking insecure. In order for you to be able to deal with hot women, you cannot be insecure. Because if you're insecure, it's going to fall by the wayside. So for example, let's say you have this hot girl that you're interested in and you want to, deal with the chick. You want to go date her and hook up with her and do all this other stuff, right? And so let's say y'all go out and y'all go to an event or something. Y'all go to get drinks or something like that. And while you're out with this girl, dudes just trying to holler, right? Or guys are like checking the girl out. You go to the bathroom, you come back, you see some dude trying to holler at her. Right? Now, if you're insecure, you're going to constantly think somebody's trying to steal your girl from you, which is going to make you act clingy and needy, which is going to make the woman see you as unattractive, which means she's going to leave you. You see what I'm saying? So if you're insecure, you're not going to be able to deal with hot women, but you want hot women though. You understand? Or for example, a lot of you guys, y'all are concerned about body counts and all this other shit, right? So you want a hot woman, but you want her to have a low body count? Really? So this hot woman who gets dicks thrown at her all day, all night, and you think that her body count's low? Really? Interesting. Interesting. You want a hot woman, but you are afraid to approach women in general, and you only approach 3 women in a week, if that much, but you want a hot woman. Okay. Why should she choose you when you're doing the least amount of work, you're insecure, right? And shout out to Steve, you can't fuck. You see how unrealistic this shit sounds once we break it down? You see how unrealistic a lot of, I want a baddie, I want a dime. Okay, but how? How's this going to work? How is this going to work when you haven't trained yourself to attract and maintain hot women? How's it going to work? Remember, She's a hot chick. Right? She's a hot chick. So she's a hot chick. Other guys want to fuck with her, right? Other guys who are more confident than you, right? Guys who know how to build sexual tension. You understand what I'm saying? Guys who are on point. But you're not on point. You're not confident. You don't know how to build sexual tension. Your mouthpiece sucks. So how the fuck are you getting this hot woman? And if you do happen to stumble upon this hot woman, how are you going to make something happen sexual with her? And then if you do make something sexual happen and you want to keep her around, how are you going to do that? When you're insecure and you're worried about other guys trying to get at your girl, other guys DMing your girl. You understand? You go into the bathroom, so you come out, another dude is on top of your chick. What, you going to get mad? You going to tell her to stay in the house? You going to fight the dudes that's trying to holler at your girl? How you going to do this? You understand what I'm saying? So a lot of guys want these baddies, but can they handle the baddie? No. Right? So in order for you to attract hot women, you actually, like I said, need to learn how to train yourself to attract and maintain hot women. Because I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen when you guys encounter hot women, right? When you're not used to being around women that you think are hot or really engaging and interacting with women you think are hot, right? You're going to start acting weird around them. I'm telling you this right now. I've seen this happen a bazillion times. You're going to start acting weird around them. You're going to start feeling self-conscious around them, right? You're going to be super nervous, right? You're not going to know what to say, and you're going to default into, nice guy, platonic guy mode because you're too scared to actually be a man and be, like aggressive, assertive, sexual, and dominant. You're too scared because you don't even believe you deserve to be in the same room with the woman. You think about things like, oh, she's out of my league. You think about shit like that. Like you actually think a woman's out of your league, right? You think that a woman who's hot is more difficult to attract. You think a woman who's hot is special. You think a woman who's hot is better than you. You think a woman who's hot is going to leave you for a guy who's better than you. You understand what I'm saying? So you can't have these thoughts and then maintain a hot chick. You can't have all these thoughts and be hooking up with hot women. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. Because the girl that you think is hot, there's probably other guys who think she's hot too. And so she's going to want to pick the best guy that she can get with. And if you're not the best, why should she pick you? This is what we keep trying to tell you guys. So if you really are trying to get hot chicks and you want a hot girlfriend, you want hot girls to hook up with and all this other stuff, right? You need to make sure you know how to do this, because if you don't know how to do this, it's unrealistic for you to make it happen. You know what's crazy? There's some guys who have never, ever actually been with a woman that they consider really, really hot. You understand what I'm saying? Like they've never, not one time. You understand what I'm saying? There's guys out there not one time in their entire life been with a woman that they consider really hot. Like they've been with a woman they think is, kind of cute. She's all right. She's decent. But like a really, really like crazy, crazy hot chick in their mind, they've never been with that type of woman. And understand, since they've never been with that type of woman, they're automatically going to put that woman on a pedestal if they ever encounter a situation to be with that woman. So even something as simple as if I was doing an event and I invited a guy that I knew and I say, hey, come through to this event. And he comes there and there's a girl who is, really, really hot sitting on the couch. And, he's sitting next to her because he's just chilling on the couch, maybe sipping a drink or whatever. right? He'll probably be too scared to even talk to her. And if she looks his way and just says hi on some friendly shit, he's not going to know what to say. He's not going to know what to do. He's going to be acting all weird, right? And so he's making this situation more than it is because he's not used to it, right? And what I'm saying is that it's unrealistic for you to be able to get these hot women if you're insecure and you ain't got no game. Because this is the thing, it's actually dangerous for you to be dealing with women like that if you don't have game. Because if the woman decides to fuck with you, in most cases, she's basically playing you. Like I've talked about this before, right? So what that means is that if you are not used to dealing with hot women and hot women don't fuck with you, and on top of that, you're the insecure kind of guy who doesn't have a good mouthpiece and all this other stuff, then what happens is that those women are going to play you. But we're going to get to that in a second. Let's go to 857. Who's this?
What's going on, Mr. Loke? It's Shaughnessy. How you been?
What's going on? Did you donate, though?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Under Radical.
Okay, I got you. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Yes,
so what's
sir.
going on, man? I ain't heard from you in a minute. What's good?
Yo, I know, Mr. Loke. Not for nothing. I'm still locked in. I'm trust me, I'm still tuned in, but it's like I got out of something. So, but basically my whole new question now is like, how do I have 3 dates set up for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday with 3 different shorties. I told them all basically I was gonna get drinks with them. I like, not for nothing, tomorrow I'm still gonna get the drinks with the shorty. How do I, like, I'm not trying to get drinks with each shorty the next, you feel me? So how do I even, you feel me? Can I switch it up possibly, or do I have to go through with the drink?
Wait. So you told all of them that you want to get together and get a drink?
Yeah.
Okay, so, and you said what, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday? 3 different girls?
Thursday,
Friday, Saturday. Okay, so
yeah.
So now you don't want to get the drinks? Is that what you're saying?
Now I'm getting the drinks on Thursday for sure, but Friday and Saturday I'm not trying to be like, you feel me? And I know you don't have to get actual drinks and shit, like actual drinks, but that's low key what I had in plans.
Yeah,
and
so
I know they want to drink. Probably,
so just don't get drinks. Just go get a non-alcoholic drink on Friday and Saturday. What's the problem?
But I'm not trying to have her get drinks neither. You feel me? Like I want her to I don't want her drinking neither.
Why not?
I'd rather her just be like straight. You feel me?
But this is what I'm saying. Why though?
I mean, you feel me? Maybe she just see me for me better. You know, everything go out better that way. I don't know.
No, I'm asking. I'm like, what is the reason why you don't want her to drink?
I'm gonna be real. A couple times on the dates that the shorty did not drink, it went out more favorable in my situation.
So how did it go more favorable in your situation based on her not drinking?
Couple times a shorty told me, like, there was this one shorty, she told me she had too many, so she can't come back with me. That was her excuse. So it's like,
come on, fam. Stop it.
You see?
Stop it.
But so I don't even want to give that. I don't even want to.
No. Hold on. So you think that because you went out with some other chick and she said she had too many drinks, that's why she don't want to fuck with you?
I think that had a lot to do with it. No bullshit.
So my question is why? So why did you allow her to get so many drinks?
No, I see. Not for nothing. That was when I was throwing them. I was low key throwing them back too. I was putting them. I was drinking them too. I was drinking right with her. So it's like.
So is it the drinks or is it your lack of leadership? See, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you see, but that's what I'm saying. If I take this shorty tomorrow for drinks, I'm gonna be able to get that in check now. Like, nah, you only getting 1 drink minimum, if anything.
So then, why don't you do that with all the girls Thursday, Friday, Saturday?
Because I don't know, maybe just switch it out for different ones, like. I want the best outcome.
No, but this is
the best outcome.
This is the problem, though. This is the problem. You're not paying attention. The issue is not the drinks, it's your leadership skills. Because what I'm saying is that you think you're looking at the content, which is the drinks. You understand what I'm saying? You're not looking at what's actually happening in the situation. What's happening in the situation is you don't know how to lead. So therefore, you're saying, well, I was throwing back the drinks too. Why were you throwing the drinks back when you're supposed to be there flirting and building sexual tension with the woman to see if she's actually interested in you?
That's facts. That's facts. I'm thinking, I'm just in the state, like, yo, we drink it, so we drink it, I guess. Like,
no, that's what I'm saying. No. Remember, you're supposed to have a plan. You're supposed to have an agenda of what's supposed to go down that night. So what I'm saying is that you had no agenda, which is why you just throwing back drinks. She's throwing back drinks, and then now she's drunk, and then that's so it's not you're looking at it like, damn, it's the drinks' fault that this didn't go down. No, it's your fault for not managing the drinking. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to tell you. So it doesn't matter if you're drinking or not, because you could the girls that come on Saturday and Friday, they could still not drink, and then they still probably won't want to fuck with you because of some other thing you're doing that's causing you to not lead the situation correctly. You see what I'm saying?
Okay. So, no, that's 100. That's 100. That's 100. And so you're saying just go throughout with the drinks and everything will be peace from there. Just it's all about my leadership.
Yes,
with the drinks,
yes. That's what I'm saying. So what I'm saying is, because remember, you said the other girl said she had too many drinks. Yes, in that example, right?
Yeah.
Right. Now, guess how she could have not had too many drinks?
I told her to stop drinking.
Exactly. There you go. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's what I'm saying. You have to lead.
No, that's right.
Oh yeah, that's a good question. Hey, how long was the date that y'all were throwing them back? How long was that date?
Maybe like an hour or two.
An hour or two?
No more than 2 hours. No more than 2.
So you was drinking with a chick for 2 hours, for damn near 2 hours.
Almost, like it was like an hour 30, maybe.
You got to get on the Bad Boy membership, fam. And if you are on there, you got to listen to this program.
You know, I used to be on there.
You need to get back on there ASAP. We got a program called How to Sleep with Women in Less Than an Hour. You fucking up. What you there for 2 hours for drinking and throwing shit back? What are you talking about? What are we doing here?
Nah, that's real. That's real, Mr. Lowe. But you know, like sometimes, like
no,
you got.
No, there's no sometimes. There's no sometimes.
That's real. That's real, Mr. Lowe. That's real. That's real shit, man. Though. No, you talking real. You talking facts.
Yeah. So go ahead.
No. So if I can too, just for the fellas out here listening, like they really, Mr. Lowe, like you really say it's a numbers game, and that's facts, Mr. Lowe, because I went out for the first time in a little bit, like the first time in a minute for my man's birthday to a lit spot. Pulled up on at least like 20 shorties. I got like 13 numbers, only 4 responded, and I got 3 dates out of that now.
No, that's dope. Like, that's how it's supposed to be. That's exactly how it's supposed to be.
What you say is real life facts. So it's like these dudes just really gotta follow your whole formula. That's really it. I be trying to get my boys hit, Mr. Loke. They be talking down. They like, yo, how you listening to a dude? You don't even know him. I'm like, bro, what? Like,
listen. You can't save everybody. You feel what I'm saying? So you gotta let them fall in their face. They'll be all right.
You can't, man, and it's sad. It's sad out here. But nah, always respect you, Mr. Lowe. We're gonna just follow this out. I'm gonna get back to you. We'll keep you locked in.
All right, man. I'm gonna holler at you. All right, peace. All right. So guys, call in. Calling number is 844-672-7300. 844-672-7300 is the number. So you guys can call that. So let's get into this last unrealistic way guys try to get women. This last one right here. And this is the stupidest shit ever. So the last thing we got on the list. The last unrealistic way guys try to get women is trying to looks max so that it'll be easier for you to get women. Terrible. So the reason why it's unrealistic to think that looks maxing is going to make the game easier for you or make it to where you're going to get more women and all this other shit is because what a lot of you guys don't understand is that trying to looks max or do something better with your looks or look better and all that other stuff, right? There's nothing actually wrong with looking better, right? If you shave, brush your teeth, get a certain haircut, get a certain hairstyle, do all these other things, right? Nothing wrong with that. The problem is it's unrealistic to think that that's going to make shit easy for you or easier for you. It's not. You understand what I'm saying? Because this is what you got to understand. No matter how you look, right? There's only going to be the amount of women who are going to think you look good, and then there's going to be the amount of women who don't, right? So a lot of guys think if I look better or if I look good, that's going to make me look good to like a large number of women. That's not true, right? What happens is that you only really look good to a smaller percentage of women. This is what you guys got to understand. No matter how you look, no matter how good looking you are always going to look good to a smaller percentage of women. How, Mr. Locario? What are you talking about? But what about the Chads and Tyrones? Right? The women who think Chad is hot, right, may not think that Tyrone is hot. And the women who think Tyrone is hot might not think Chad is hot. You get it? So therefore, what happens is that you guys think that being good looking is this end all be all across the board. You understand what I'm saying? That's not how it works. That is not how it works. What you have to understand is, and I did a show about this a while ago, right? Everything you are, or I should say this, however you look is always going to imply everything, or how you don't look, I should say. So how you look implies how you don't look. Or I should say everything you are implies everything you're not. So if let's just go with the fact of let's just go with you being good looking. If you're a good looking guy, right? What happens is let's say you are a good looking Asian dude, right? Guess what that means? That means you're not black. That also means you're not white. That also means you're not Indian. You're an Asian guy. So all the women who are not attracted to Asian guys are not going to be attracted to you like that. Meaning, when I say attracted to you, meaning they're not going to think that you're good looking. Again, I'm just using this as an extreme example. If you're a black guy and you're good looking, guess who's not going to like you? The women who don't think black guys are good looking. You see what I'm saying? Now, this does not mean that you can't actually, have sex with these women who think you're not the best looking guy or don't think you're good looking. You can still have sex with those women. You understand? You can still deal with a woman. Let's say she has medium interest in you. If you still want to fuck with her, wear her down, try to make it happen. Cool. That can still go down. But what I'm saying is that you just looks maxing. That's not going to do it for you. Also, you got to understand this. And this is something deeper that you guys don't understand about attraction. Let me break this down, right? Sometimes what happens is, let me get K Zaggin on here real quick, and then we're gonna break it down. K Zaggin, what's going on, fam?
What's good? Hey, I sent 10 to Miles, so after I hang up, there's a free call for somebody.
Yes, sir. So what's going on?
I just want to say real quick, and I know you know this all too well. For whatever reason, as long as you've been doing this for 2 decades, I've only been in it for a minute, guys still don't understand that how they view attraction is faulty. And what I mean by that is they think women view attraction like men do.
Right.
So, and what I mean by that is that for guys who don't understand, they think, oh, once a woman thinks you're good looking, you have carte blanche to do anything you want simply because you're good looking.
Right.
With women, that's not the way that works. That's why I say guys get pre-pussy whipped. Like they already pussy whipped before they even fuck. Right? So and what guys got to understand with women, and you know this, L, normally when women do goofy shit behind dudes, it's after they've been fucking.
Right, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And the woman is just so into the dude, you know, she just kind of turn a blind eye to some shit. But normally, when you meet a chick, if you do goofy shit before you fuck, you ain't fucking.
Exactly.
Most women ain't fucking you if you do goofy shit before you fuck them. You know what I'm saying? The problem with dudes, because most guys, although women do goofy shit, they still fuck them.
Right.
And they don't understand that women don't move that way. You know what I'm saying? They just don't. Now, women can be, you know, dick with a little bit, and they might do some goofy shit behind dudes, but it's usually because they've experienced the guy. And this is something I know you talk about. Once a woman has experienced you sexually, she's been around you, it's different.
Right.
But yeah, guys need to understand that, and this is why behavior is so important. When they talk about the looks maxing, and you talked about earlier, right? You can be, if you take a black dude and put him in North Korea or South Korea, yeah, he might get some pussy, but he's not gonna get the same kind of pussy he would get in Africa.
Right, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
It's just like if you take a dude from China and put him in the Bronx, unless he's in Chinatown somewhere, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Like one of them K-pop niggas in the Bronx. Ain't none of these chicks gonna be like, oh my God. Like, you know what I'm saying?
But if you put a K-pop dude and one of us in Korea, he gonna clean up.
Exactly.
Because that's what they're into. So guys, they don't understand that. Of course, we're still gonna be a delicacy no matter where we go and shit. But still, that matters. You know, that all that shit matters. So being good looking, cool. Be good looking. But again, and this is what guys don't understand. Women still have to think to themselves, how's the sex going to be?
Right.
That matters. Or if I give him this pussy, is he going to be clean?
Exactly.
They don't think that women think about those things. But on that note, bro, I'm going to let you get back to it. There's a free call. See you.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, fam. All right, so we got one free call. K-Zach can just send it for one free call, so you guys can call up. We got one free call out this motherfucker. But yeah, man, that's some real shit. This is what I'm trying to tell y'all is that y'all got to understand how this shit really works out here, because if y'all don't, then you guys are going to be confused out here. And I really don't want y'all to be confused when it comes to this shit. Now, what I wanted to say about this is the whole looks maxing thing and thinking that you looking better is going to make shit easier and all that other fuck shit, right? What you got to understand is that when women are dealing with guys and they're attracted to a guy, what a woman is attracted to also includes where she's at in her life and what she actually wants specifically, right? So what does that mean? That means, for example, let's say this woman, for whatever reason, right? She is like, like I felt in my last relationship, my boyfriend, that I broke up with, or we broke up because, he was a terrible listener. He didn't care what I want, or he didn't care what I liked, and blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. Right? So now she meets another guy and she's getting together with this dude. And one of the things she likes about this motherfucker is that he's a good listener, right? He is what her ex-boyfriend wasn't. And she's attracted to that. That has absolutely nothing to do with his looks, but she's attracted to that because that's something that she was missing in her other situation, right? So what you guys don't understand is that you think that, oh, well, because I look better, that's going to make the woman more attracted to me. It's going to make it easier for me to get women. But you miss the part of attraction, the thing that attracts the women that have absolutely nothing to do with your looks. You understand what I'm saying? Or it could be a situation, let's say, for example, a woman could think you're handsome, but let's say you were kind of scrawny and skinny, but you got a handsome face to her. She thinks you're a handsome guy, but she wants to, get a guy to fuck the shit out of her. She wants a strong motherfucker to fucking, bang the shit out of her. She wants a nigga to grab her by the fucking throat, throw her against the wall and do something crazy, right? Now she's looking at you like, yeah, you're handsome, but you're kind of scrawny. So, that's not going to work for me. I can tell, not only based on the fact that you're scrawny, I can tell based on how we're having this conversation and you're talking to me. You're very pleasant. You seem like a gentleman. So you're the type of guy I know who's not going to be able to grab me by the fucking throat and fuck the shit out of me. That has nothing to do with the fact of your looks. You understand? It's the vibe. It's the energy. You understand? And so on top of that, what happens is that a lot of you guys don't realize that there are certain things women are looking for. You don't necessarily know what the woman is looking for. And so if what you are presenting in the situation or is going on with you isn't what she's looking for, it's not going to matter how good you look. That's what I'm trying to say. So all you guys, I got to have the handsome face and I got to look smacks and I got to pluck my eyebrows and I got to fix my nose and all this other shit. That shit don't fucking matter because you don't know what the fuck the woman is looking for. And what she's looking for, right? Your look is 5th on the list. You understand what I'm saying? That's 5th on the fucking list. Right? So this chick is looking for a motherfucker who, for example, is into BDSM. She wants to get tied up and slapped. That ain't got shit to do with how you look. You understand what I'm saying? And she's rejecting you, not because she doesn't think you're good looking, because she could think you're good looking. She's rejecting you because you're not the type that's going to tie her up and slap her. Do you see what I'm saying? This is what I'm trying to get you guys to understand. Because when you're surface level, you think, oh, all I got to do is look good and then women are going to want to fuck with me. No, nigga. I just got to have a jawline and then the woman will want me. No. Y'all don't understand. Listen, you might be a fucking 25-year-old nigga and you meet a chick who you think is bad. She's like in her mid 40s and shit, looking like a MILF and shit. And you thinking, oh, well, I'm looks max and I look so good. And this bitch is looking for a husband. And you're like, why is she rejecting me? I'm so good looking. It's because you 25, nigga. She already got 3 fuck buddies. You understand what I'm saying? She's like, I'm good on the dick. She's like, I got already enough dick in my life. I'm looking for a husband. You're 25. Fuck out of here. You understand what I'm saying? Like y'all really don't understand how this shit works. Y'all think it's as simple as, oh, let me just look good and then all will be well. No, that's unrealistic. You understand? That's unrealistic. And that just shows that you're surface level and it shows that you don't understand the game. You understand? Let me see what some of these questions are saying because we're about to wrap it up in a little bit. So this says, have you had women that you told what it was and they still end up wondering / inquiring about what you and her being more? What? Whatever about you and her. Oh, so you're saying like you told her what it is, but she's like, oh, this could be more. No, see, the only reason that happens is because you're sending mixed signals. He said, King 68 is proof that looks matter. Women treat him like a celeb just because of his looks. It's sometimes I sit up at night and I shed a tear. Just a tear just drops to my eye and down my eye to my cheek to my chin and falls straight on the ground because I'm so sad at how stupid y'all niggas are. Like, I'm so sad. Like, it's like, it's sad because I was like, you gotta be this stupid to be fooled this easily Like you gotta be this stupid. Jay the Boss, I want you to call up because you need some game for real. You got one free call. But let me see where we at now. This says what if hold on. Let's see who this is. 623. What's popping? Who this?
What's going on, man? This is Aaron, bro. How you doing?
I'm chilling. Did you donate or are you taking a free call?
I was taking a free call.
All right, what's going on with you?
Man, I'm hoping what my question is a little on topic. So, let me turn my TV off because this motherfucking echoing.
All right, what's the question?
Man, so my question is, you're basically saying what is your topic for this call then?
No, what's your question? That's what I'm asking. What's your question?
Okay, so this is what my question is, man, because this is where I'm struggling at right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm a professional hypnotist, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you know, I'm having a little trouble when it comes to like approaching women sometimes, because once they find out that I do hypnosis, then they be like,
because they say what?
They be like, like I don't like, you know what I'm saying? Like they don't really fuck with that.
What
like,
do they
the
say?
fact that I do hypnosis.
What do they say?
Well, some of them they just kind of like give you that like that look. You know what I'm saying? Like
no, you said that they say what are they saying? Like, so what are you doing? You talk to the girl and then you tell her you do hypnosis, and then what happens?
So I tell them, I say, hey, yo, you know, like I do stage hypnosis, or sometimes I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I'm gonna be 100% honest. Sometimes I really just don't even mention the fact that I do hypnosis because I know that it kind of throws them off. But if I was to walk up to a girl and I said, hey, how you doing? This and that, blah, 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 even though I know they don't give a fuck about how I'm doing.
Mm.
But, you know, I tell them, like, we go on a date, I say, hey, I do hypnosis and stuff like that. I'm a hypnotist, you know, and.
Okay, so
like,
that's what I'm saying. What is their response to that situation? What's the response?
Some of them will say that's cool. Like, oh, that's tight, blah, blah, blah.
Mm.
And whatever, you know, I'm not trying to do like, you know, be hypnotizing girls that I just met. I just want them to know, like, this is who I am. Like, hey, yo, like I do hypnosis just to let you know.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is what's the problem though? Tell me where the problem is.
A lot of them turn me down because that I do that. Because
so you're on a date, you're having a conversation with a woman, you say, I do hypnosis, and she grab her purse and walk out?
Nah, nigga, she don't do all that.
So then that's what I'm saying. What happens? So I'm saying, what is happening?
You know, it's more probably like an insecurity, bro. I'm gonna just be honest with you. So I don't know, man. Like, because it's not super negative, but I feel like personally, internally, like it affects the way that my relation, like I could possibly build a relationship with the chick because she feels as if like, well, I don't know how she feels, but I think that she's gonna feel a certain way about me knowing how to do these things.
So basically, you're talking about some illusion or some delusion in your mind, because you still haven't said,
right,
hey, I told the girl I do hypnosis, and she said this, indicating that is the reason why she don't want to fuck with me. And not only did she say that, the last 10 girls in a row that I went out on a date with explicitly said me being a person that does hypnosis makes them not want to fuck with me. Is that happening?
I feel like it's probably more a delusion than anything.
Okay,
else,
so that's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. This is the problem. This is the issue is that it's your insecurity that's causing you to try to find things, right, to blame. So you're like, let me, you know, this girl didn't call me back. Oh, it's the hypnosis. Oh, this girl wasn't really interested. It's because I said I was. You see what I'm saying? You're trying to find a reason why the girl's not really fucking with you, but it's not really that. You see what I'm saying? It's your insecurity that's causing you to do certain things in situations, which may be causing women to not want to fuck with you.
All right.
You see what I'm saying? So
I feel what you're saying.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. You got to see it. It don't matter what listen, a chick is not going to be feeling you and be like, oh my God, you do hypnosis. Get away from me. I'm running away. Like, she's not going to give a fuck if she's interested in you. Matter of fact, she'll probably be way more intrigued, and in some cases probably would want you to hypnotize her.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
And that's another question, bro. Because I got your vetting process. I got your vetting process. I paid for that. It's excellent. I love the way that it's strategized out and stuff like that, and it's mapped out and stuff like that. Anybody listening, y'all should go get it yourselves.
I agree. They should go get that shit. That's what's up. Go to shoplocario.com, but go ahead.
Yeah. But as a hypnotist, as a professional hypnotist, you learn a lot of things when you do this stuff. And I know that if I'm outside doing, like, let's say I'm performing street hypnosis or something like that, I end up meeting a lot of women and stuff. I can't just be hypnotizing some chick and then be trying to bring her back home, bro.
Why would you be hypnotizing a chick to bring her back home?
No, I wouldn't, but I'm just saying, like, I cannot end up doing no shit like that, but I'd be wanting to, like, talk to women. So it's just like when they see you outside doing hypnosis, it's almost like you have a choice, nigga. You gonna be outside doing hypnosis today, or you gonna be outside talking to bitches today?
So wait, so you can't do hypnosis
that's how I feel.
And talk to women?
But that's how I feel, because it's just like, damn, it's like I got all of this power in my hand.
Caller, stop. What are you talking about?
I must be tripping, bro. Like,
Caller, what is
really
it?
Tripping,
stop!
Bro.
You're ridiculous. You're ridiculous. If you're doing hypnosis in the street or whatever the hell you do that. And if you see a girl you want to talk to, just talk to the girl regular. Like, what's the issue?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like,
you right.
Yo, you're like, I swear, some of y'all, oh man.
I'm tripping, bro. I gotta be tripping.
That's
man.
what I'm saying. Your insecurity is causing you to do all this goofy shit. That's it.
Goofy shit. Straight up.
You know what I'm
Straight
saying?
up, bro.
So yeah, just you got to get out your own way. That's basically what it is.
All right, bet.
All right.
All right, bet.
All right, man.
Bro.
I appreciate the call, fam. All right, Mala. Man, y'all be coming up with all the excuses. Y'all be like, oh shit. I'm gonna hypnotize these girls. They scared of me. Oh man, y'all are funny. All right, let me see what some more of these questions are saying. Where was we at? So this one says, what if it was on some quick banter type shit? I had a chick in a grocery store give me some dialogue about how we both wear earphones in the grocery store. What? I'm confused. Where did that question come from? It was probably from something earlier. I gotta figure that out. So this says, what's your opinion on more women on YouTube supporting the red pill and telling women that they need to start doing the approaching? I predicted this will happen. I have been vindicated. This nigga Steve the Lion. This nigga's so stupid. Listen, I gotta upload this joint. We did me and Miles just did the Bad Boy show earlier. And we were talking about how you can't logic your way into pussy. Right? And so a lot of these guys think that they can somehow change the nature of women. Well, they're like, oh, well, I've been telling women they need to start doing approaching. Women are not going to start approaching. It's never going to happen. You understand what I'm saying? It's not going to happen. Because what you guys have to understand is that 90, maybe 95, 98% of the guys that approach women, or I should say this, let me say it another way so you guys understand this, right? Most guys, or I should say this, because I really want y'all to understand this. Most women are not attracted. Hold on, I'm gonna say this after this because it's very important. Remind me after this call. 832, what's poppin'? Who this?
Chilling, this is Jay. I donated something to Miles.
All right, that's what's up.
Yeah.
So what's going on?
Hey, you finished your point? I called in last I heard you.
No. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm gonna go out there. Go ahead.
All right, man. Yeah. Hey, I just want to get a little clarity on the. I know you talk about like a woman's fear and desire, and I know you said something about like, some women. If they are going to approach you, they think you weak or punk ass. Well, now you say punk ass. You said pretty much you're approachable. So I was trying to understand or connect the situation of if her fear. No, fuck fear. If her desire is so strong that she feel like like this, this is my only chance to go do this. I want this. How do you connect the fact that you're saying that if a woman thinks you're approachable, then, she may assume the guy is whatever, or, in a negative way as far as like,
Right.
Because, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to connect it.
Right. Because what happens is that a woman's desire for a man is also tied into his masculinity. Do you understand what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is that if a woman is compelled to approach you, right? That means that she doesn't see you as masculine like another man, because the masculine man would approach her. Does that make sense?
That makes sense.
Right. So that's what I'm saying, where a lot of times what happens is that, so if you go into a room or a coffee shop or a bar or whatever it is like that, right? What will happen is that women, they may check you out or see you, and they'll do it quickly. You might not even notice. You understand? Like she already saw you, you came in or whatever it is like that, right? Now, in most cases, she knows that you saw her. So now if you don't approach her, either you're not interested or you scared. And especially if she sees you checking her out and you're not approaching her, what does that mean? That means you're scared, right? But what happens is that women are fearful of rejection even more than guys. You understand what I'm saying?
Facts.
So a lot of times women are not going to approach you. They're going to wait for you to approach them. You understand what I'm saying? So they're fearful of getting rejected and all this other stuff. But if a woman feels comfortable approaching you, right? Now, notice what I'm saying. If she fears rejection, but then she's also comfortable approaching you, that also means that she doesn't fear being rejected by you. So if she doesn't fear being rejected by you, what does that say? That means that you are not valuable enough for her to be scared of getting rejected by you.
I can see that.
You see what I'm saying?
I can see that.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm saying is her even coming out to do all of that, again, like I said, is that she feels you're approachable, because there's really nothing there that makes her say, oh, well, let me not, because I don't want to get rejected, but also I'm going to stand back and let him do the thing that I know he's going to do because he's a man. Do you see what I'm saying? So that's the difference. Because remember this, and that's why choosing signals, or I should say, that's why a guy waiting for choosing signals, right, is some bullshit, because part of what makes a woman attracted to a man is the fact that he took it upon himself to approach. That's part of the attraction. It's not just because you look good. It's because the action you took as a man lets her know you're a man. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's part of the entire thing.
No doubt. That makes sense, because with the video you showed with the guy you was talking about, the King 6'8" dude, whatever, on YouTube, doing whatever, with him choosing not to go to them, you feel like the woman feel like, well, shit, if I don't do it, he ain't gonna do nothing. Well, fuck it, let me go over there and make myself visible. So you pretty much are saying that the women probably see him as like, well, shit, I mean, he's just sitting there. I mean, yeah, he looking at me, I'm looking at him. He ain't did shit yet. Well, fuck it, let me do his job by going over and make the approach.
Right, but also remember, sometimes what happens is, especially with the 6'8" dude, remember, he's 6'8". Yeah. So a lot of guys don't understand this, right? Anytime a person is damn near over, I'd say like 6'2", because there's some people that, could be like 6'1", but let's say 6'2", 6'3". They're taller than most of the population. So especially if you're 6'8", and most women are like, let's say 5'5", 5'6", you're gonna look like a damn giant to these motherfuckers. So already you're going to cause attention, right? So even if you watch I did a video about him, I took one of the videos, and one of the girls, she rolled up on him because she thought he was like a basketball player because they had the cameras on him or whatever. So she's like, oh, who is this? First of all, he's tall, so I'm seeing he's getting attention. And then also, not only is he tall, but there's cameras around him. So he's a tall guy, he gets my attention. The cameras around him get my attention. Who is this guy? You see what I'm saying? So that has nothing to do with her sexual attraction. It has to do with the intrigue of who is this guy? Just like anybody else, if they see somebody with a camera and they're tall, they're going to be like, who the fuck is this guy? You see what I'm saying?
Logically.
Right.
Logically, Locario, wouldn't that make the fear even higher? Logically? or I know women are emotionally at times, but just me and you talking logically, would you think that would rouse her attention seeing this tall dude, super tall, got cameras around? Wouldn't that make the fear higher?
No,
you think, right?
No, because just because the chick sees you as tall doesn't mean she sees you as attractive. Just because she sees you as tall doesn't mean she sees you as masculine. That's what I'm trying to say. What I'm saying is that when the woman, see, again, when the woman, so for example, if you look back at the videos, right? There was a video that I critiqued them on. The woman talked to him and told him to pick up her and her friend at a certain spot. Like she was giving him instruction and direction. You understand?
Yeah, I remember that.
Right, exactly. So what I'm saying is that if a woman can give you instruction and direction, what does that say about how she sees you as a man? You see what I'm saying? And so what I'm saying is,
I see that on that one.
Right. So what I'm saying is that even if you're tall or whatever, a woman can feel the vibe out. She sees how you walk, how you talk, the energy you give out. So what I'm saying is that energy, right, is going to make the woman assess and say, oh, he's harmless, whatever. Right. So like, I'll give you a perfect example. Right. So when I go to the gym, right, usually I go to the gym and I'll have like my cutoff shirt or whatever and shit. And I'm 5'11", so I'm like 6 foot if I put on some sneakers or some shit. You understand what I'm saying? So I'll be in the gym and I'm working out and shit, and I shit you not. Every time when like I walk towards the weights or whatever, and there's like another dude there, especially if he's smaller than me, he just gets the fuck out the way. Or he looks at me, he's like, oh, you know, are you using this? Because he doesn't want to like use it if I'm using it because he thinks I'm gonna, you know what I'm saying? Like he give me a look like, oh my bad, I don't mean to. And I'm not doing nothing. It's just I'm a big black motherfucker with muscles. You understand what I'm saying? So therefore, the energy around is different, and I understand it. Do you see what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is that the same thing happens for women. They can tell based on certain little things that you won't even pick up on because you're not a woman who's dealt with men over and over again. Do you see what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is there's certain things, and this is why I said that when a woman comes at you a certain way, right? And you guys have to understand this. When a woman is coming at you a certain way, that way she's coming at you is how she views you and how she sees you. You understand? So it's giving you the story of what this woman thinks about you and how she perceives you. So based on the way that a woman's coming at you or talking to you or interacting with you, that is how she perceives you. So if a woman gives me choosing signals or whatever, or she approaches me and we're having a conversation and she says, hey, me and my homegirls is going to be at so-and-so. You should come pick us up on Saturday night. Right? Soon as she said that, I'm like, oh, she think I'm a fucking sucker. Because why would she fix her mouth to tell me what to do, and not only tell me what to do, but to pick her and her friend up so that I can hang out with them? You understand what I'm saying? Now, if she sees me as a man, guess what she's going to do? She's going to wait for me to tell her what's supposed to happen. Do you understand what I'm saying? She's basically going to wait for me to give the instruction. She's going to wait for me to tell her what to do so she can submit. You understand? That's what women do when they're around men. Women submit to men. They're waiting for the man to give the instruction. You see what I'm saying?
That makes sense. No, that makes sense, though. That makes sense. I appreciate it, man.
Yes, sir. All right, man.
All right, Locario.
I appreciate the call, fam. Yeah, man, you guys got to understand what's going on out here in these streets. You got to understand what's going on out here in these streets. I'm telling you. It's another aspect of it is women peep that you're being filmed and women are approaching you. They might purposely make it difficult because they think that that you think you're all that. Exactly, that too. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's so many dynamics at play. People don't really understand this shit. But again, when people are surface level, right? They don't know. They're just like, oh my God, I see a video and women are approaching the guy. Oh my God, that's so cool. I wish that was me. Oh my God, I wish that I could have that. Oh, that would be so great. It's like, oh, that would be so great. It's like, no, y'all don't understand what's going on. You got to read between the lines. You got to actually see what's going on, because that's how you get caught up and don't know what the fuck is happening. This is why I tell you guys that if you don't understand the game, you're going to be a mark, because you're going to think the attention the woman is giving you means that she actually likes you and fucks with you. You understand what I'm saying? Now, that doesn't mean that she doesn't all the time. What I'm saying is that in most cases, right, that means that she is not really fucking with you because she's basically giving you the go ahead. This is why I keep trying to tell y'all, right? See, a lot of guys would love women approaching them, coming at them, hollering at them. I don't want no fucking woman hollering at me. I don't want no chicks hit me up in my DM. You understand what I'm saying? See, this is how a man works. A man is like, don't speak to me unless I speak to you. It's just like if I'm hooking up with a chick, right? I don't want chicks really texting my phone all day, calling me all the time. And no. I'll speak to you when I want to speak to you. Period. You understand what I'm saying? Don't be fucking hitting up my phone and asking me where I'm at and how come you ain't hit me back. And no. You speak when you're spoken to. That's it. You understand what I'm saying? That's it. See, a lot of you guys, unfortunately, the problem is y'all want to be bad bitches. That's what it is. Y'all want to be the bad bitch. You understand? Y'all want a chick to come and sweep you off your feet. You understand what I'm saying? You see what I mean? Like, what are we talking about? See, this is why a lot of you guys have trouble with women, because y'all want to be the women. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all want validation so bad that y'all want to be the women. Y'all guys are listening to women because women talking about, we don't want y'all to approach them. They're like, we don't want y'all approaching us. Okay, I'm not going to approach y'all. And then the women are like, how come you guys aren't approaching? And then you guys are like, but you said you didn't want us to approach you. Crazy. It is crazy, man. But let me see. We're going to see some more of these questions and we're going to wrap it up. You said if you're not what she's looking for at first and she turned you down, is it disrespectful for her to switch up and come back to you? Well, we talked about this before. The thing is, it depends on when it occurs. So if she turned you down and you're a loser, and then 2 years from now you become a winner, then it's not that she's switching up. It's just that now you're a winner, which is why she want to fuck with you. But if she turned you down on Tuesday and then she's trying to come at you on Thursday, then that's an issue because you're still a loser. You understand what I'm saying? Like, because you didn't become a winner in 2 days. You're still that loser. So that's when it's an issue. It says, why are women afraid of rejection when they're the ones that do the most rejection? Well, women are afraid of rejection because, everybody's afraid of rejection. Women are afraid of rejection because women are insecure, just like men, even more so. So a woman doesn't want to hear no, just like a man doesn't want to hear no when she's attracted to a guy. You understand? But women get rejected also on the back end, right? A woman's rejection is when the guy fucks her and never calls her again if she wants to see him. That's the rejection. You understand what I'm saying? So women get rejected too, but it's a little bit different. He said, is the quote, expect the unexpected, a part of the game? I would say yes and no. So what I mean is that expect the unexpected because anything can happen, but also you expect what will happen based on your strategy when it comes to the game. Because what happens is that if you understand patterns and you're knowing how to move from point A to point B to get point C, then you can replicate that. right? So it's both things. You know, things can happen randomly, but also things happen in a sequence based on you knowing how to move from point A to point B to get to point C. Said if there's a random woman throwing you obvious hints of her being attracted, is that genuine interest, or is it most likely her trying to fulfill an agenda? So Leak the Great, this is the thing. What's interesting about what you said, notice what you said. If there's a random woman throwing obvious hints of her being attracted to you. Now, I want to ask you a question. How is it obvious that she's attracted to you when you haven't given her any instruction? I want you to think on that. I keep trying to tell y'all. See, if a woman is checking you out from across the room, she's attracted to how you look, right? But if you go and approach that girl and you tell her to go to the bathroom with you and suck your dick, that's when you'll see if it's obvious that she's attracted to you. Because you will not know if a woman is attracted to you until she does what you say. Why? Because her looking at you from across the room, in her mind, she's like, look at that guy over there. He's so cute. You know, he's the perfect guy that would be, oh man, I wish, you know, he's the type of guy I would love as a boyfriend, right? He's like my perfect type of guy that would be my boyfriend. So then you go and approach her, or she comes over to you, whatever it is, you're having a conversation. You say, yo, let's go in the bathroom and get a little freaky up in here. And she's like, excuse me? Is that how you talk to all the girls? And blah, 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 blah. So now she's being resistant to you telling her to come to the bathroom and suck your dick. So now, is it obviously that she's attracted to you or not? What are we talking about? What are we talking about? This is what I'm trying to tell y'all that... Exactly. Casey, that genuine interest can only be genuine if it matches yours. That's a fact. So I keep trying to tell y'all. You got to understand this. If y'all are sitting there wondering, oh, you know, yeah, this girl, she giving me those signals. She's looking and all. That don't mean nothing. Yo, I saw that video where that guy, he was just standing around in the street and the girl approached him. That don't mean nothing. You understand? See, the only thing that means something is the woman fucking with you on your terms. That is it. So if the woman comes up to the guy, he says, we're going to do A, B, and C. And she says, yes, we're going to do A, B, and C. I'm with it. Then we're good. Then she's attracted to him. You understand what I'm saying? All right, last question, and we gonna wrap it up. Says, Locario, is it more harder to get women on social media or in person? In person is the easiest way to attract women. And the reason why it's the easiest is because you have more to work with in that moment. You understand? So you got a lot to work with, in person and all that other shit versus social media or even online dating. You understand what I'm saying? But this is why I tell you guys, you want to learn all of it because you want to attack on all fronts. You feel what I'm saying? You want to attack on all fronts. So what was the point you wanted to say before the caller called in? Oh shit, damn, I done forgot about it. God damn it. I forgot what the point was I was trying to make. And it was something good too. I'm gonna have to watch the playback and then probably talk about that on another joint. There was something about shit. What was I talking about? Shit. I fucking forgot. God damn it. God damn it. God damn it. But anyway. All right, we about to wrap this shit up. We about to wrap this up. So guys, make sure that you guys go to badboymembership.com, get the program, How to Train Yourself in 90 days to attract and maintain hot women. I'm telling you, if you do this and really take heed to the information and actually do what I'm saying in this program, it's going to be super easy for you to attract these hot women. Super easy. And also make sure you guys go to shoplocario.com, get master the vetting process, how to succeed in casual and long-term relationships. Make sure you get it.
Just do it.
Get that shit cracking. And also make sure that you guys go to shoplocario.com to get the online dating consultation with myself in April. Also make sure you guys go to CunninghamElements.com to get the soap, parfum, and the shea butter. And also make sure that you guys go to MasculineIdentityMembership.com to get that shit cracking to join the Masculine Identity Membership. You know what I'm saying? Make sure that you guys go do that and get that going. All right. So that's pretty much it. Listen, man, appreciate everybody tuning in, and I will holler at y'all later. And remember, guys, the truth is inside you. I'm out of here. Peace. I'm gone. I'm out.
I can take the dick off the table based upon my standard. You aren't going to get hold of this dick if you ain't being the woman I need you to be. You need to realize that you need to cook, clean. You got to understand that you're not the only woman. And if you can accept that, that's fine. That's just the beginning, because you got to work hard for me, because I work hard for me. So that means if you get with me, it's not going to be easy street, because I need to be satisfied, because it ain't no happy wife, happy life bullshit. It's happy Steve, happy Steve.
Being strong with self, understanding who you are, that is the biggest defense to bitch ass weak men.
And there's no excuses for the men not to be strong. But see, there's so many forces. And then so many men are embracing weakness.
I can't stand weak men. Like I don't like to talk to them. It's hard for me to talk to these losers. I've always been a winner at the winner's table.
You know, I believe it's a sin to impregnate a woman who can't raise a child, you know, or impregnate a woman who's not fit to be a mother. And I think we have a responsibility in what we see today in these weak ass little feminine boys.
I can't tell another man what to do, but I can't dress feminine. I can't wear nail polish. It's just something that I can't do. Why? Because if I'm walking down the street and somebody's having trouble with a flat tire, I want them to feel that they can come to me and ask me, hey man, could you help me out with this? Because those are the type of things that a man will help out with. So I need to look like a man so they can know where to come for help.
Yeah, it is such a thing as toxic masculinity in the minds of bitch ass motherfuckers.
Talk about masculinity, assertiveness, authenticity, transparency. How can a guy who's straight up and honest with what he does be toxic?
If the media can train you to think something bad about it, you hear the word and you want to instantly have a certain reaction. You stop thinking, you start feeling. And when people learn to think and feel and not think through their feelings, that's when they can evaluate a person holistically. And they can say, is this toxic masculinity, or did I just hear something I didn't like? And why did I not like it? And only let me go within myself to see why.
I don't never look at no motherfucker and say, oh, that's a toxic masculine motherfucker. I never ever had, I didn't even know. That was an invented concept from a weak motherfucker that was like, I'm just tired of this motherfucker trying to tell me what to do and bully you over me with this bullshit.
What's going to make you successful is just understanding who you are and getting your mind right and being happy with who you are. That is the thing that's going to really make you successful. Because after you get all the toys, after you get all these things going on, you've had sex with all the women you want to have sex with, you traveled all the places, you're still going to be you, and you're going to always come back to you.
Why do I do this? Why are we even doing this documentary? I want guys to be in the best position possible. There's no way that I'm raising my voice or calling you a bitch ass nigga because I'm trying to hurt your feelings. I'm calling you a bitch ass nigga because you're doing bitch ass nigga shit. And if you continue doing bitch ass nigga shit, you're going to end up in bitch ass nigga situations. You get what I'm saying? So when I call you a bitch ass nigga, trust me, it's because I love you.
Game Kings 2, the definition of man, is out right now. Click the link below or go straight to